What's up, boot fans? Welcome in. Today we're going to be looking at this new boot from Under Armour. It's called the ClutchFit Force. The Force is the name of the top range model in this very unique design. We're going to be checking these out right now. Before we get started, make sure to give us a like and subscribe to Stock Cleats 101 so you can stay updated on your latest soccer boot videos and news. Alright, let's get started on these boots. Obviously, they're an extremely unusual design. Basically what Under Armour have done with this one is they have added a synthetic layer underneath. If I open up the boot, you can see there's one single piece synthetic layer that's pretty thin. It's called a Truvella Performance Synthetic. And what they've done then is they've added this like rubberized component across the top. And it comes in a very unusual design. I'll bring you up close to it so you can check it out. So basically these are like little cutouts. And it acts like a support system. So they've actually overlaid it over the synthetic. And it runs all the way right around the boot. Adds texture all the way around. Through the heel. And again through the side. The only area of the boot that doesn't have this rubberized component is the tongue. Even though it looks like it has the design, it's actually smooth. This boot weighs in at 8 ounces. It's hard to know how to categorize them. They're not necessarily a power boot. They're not necessarily a control, although I do feel like the texture on it is going to add a little bit more of a control dynamic to the boot. But it's hard to define them. At 8 ounces, they're in an ideal range though. They're more of kind of like a hybrid boot of sorts. The sole plate again is pretty unusual. This is called the PlasmaX sole plate. And as you can see, Under Armour have gone with this design. It actually kind of like follows the contours of the foot skeletal design. The studs themselves are pretty high profile. It's pretty standard for Under Armour boots, and they've actually performed well on previous editions, like the Hydra Strike for example. I'm going to be interested to see how this tests out. It is actually very flexible right out of the box, which is nice to see. That means you're going to be able to get these boots out, put them in play, and they should feel pretty good in terms of the sole plate. How much support this adds, we're going to see during testing, I guess. But I would expect it does have some performance attributes. The 4D foam insert, my favorite insert of any boot. Love how Under Armour add this to all their boots. It's very spongy, but it doesn't give you too much of a bounce when you're playing. Very comfortable. Sits inside. Doesn't add any lips. It's one of the best inserts on the market. I think anybody that talks about boots will agree to that. Then on the heel, they've got this external heel counter that's added. You'll notice that in between, on both sides, it's actually kind of cut off. So it adds a different kind of a feel on the heel. I haven't broken these out yet, I haven't tested them, so I can't tell you how it feels, but that is something I'm going to be doing really soon. I'm kind of excited to get these into testing to check out what they have to offer. The colorway itself is a blue, which is the undertone, a collegiate blue, which is the rubberized component on top, and a lime, a neo lime. As you can see, that adds that little bit of extra pop on the boot. So you have it. This is the ClutchFit, and as I said, it's called the Force. This is the top range model in the series. Just to bring in two other boots real quick, just as a comparison. One of the things about this boot that Under Armour are looking to do is they're looking to add like a two-way stretch, so you can actually stretch the boot pretty easily in both directions. So it adds that like natural feel on the ball. And that's very similar to what Puma have done with their Evo Power. And I mean, I can easily just bend the boot so you can see how the Adapt upper stretches. So they're looking to kind of do the same thing with both boots. Obviously, what Puma have done is they've focused on power, whereas the ClutchFit series from Under Armour is a little bit different because it doesn't have that direct power element. But they've got those similarities. And another boot to kind of compare them to is the Warrior Screamer. It's hard, again, the Screamer is another one of those ones that we kind of put in the power category, but it doesn't necessarily have a power component. It's very similar to the ClutchFit Pro in the fact that it has those rubberized components on the upper. Obviously on the Screamer, it's not to do with stretch on this one, it's just got to do with covering the zone, the strike zone, and giving you something a little bit different in terms of performance. So there we have it, guys. Before you leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think of these boots. If you like the design, if you'd like to see it in a different colorway, let us know what colorway you think it would look good in. And I'm looking forward to checking out your comments, and I'll make sure to give you guys some replies. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, enjoy your soccer days.